I'm going to be honest though, sometimes, especially on the rare occasion that I find myself in London and I'm going on the tube, I will, just to make me feel good, I will go on the left side of that escalator and I will come to a standstill. And if you're trying to get past, good luck, because I'm not moving.
Mate.
Honestly, because in all fairness, I only ever did take like if I'm anywhere else, I'll do it out of just like out of habit. But down south, because they're all like, "Fucking move, you slag! I'm gonna fucking get my train down to fucking Delhi Diet Central." Like, I will.
He's getting an escalator on the EastEnders.
Listen, I will not move. I will. People.
I'll get you, Pat.
Like, listen, like,
get up that escalator.
Get up my pub. Listen, like,
What's happening, people?
Hello, common scum.
Yes.
Do you like watching our content on YouTube
For free?
Well, don't.
Scruffy cunts.
Let me tell you why. Because we are over on Patreon. That is patreon.com/What's Happening Pod.
Do you think it's called Patreon because they patronise people? Because that's the way you sound.
Back to the common scum. If you're wondering what's on the Patreon,
Tell us, Dan.
shitloads.
Wow.
Shitloads.
There's early access to all of the public episodes like this one, so any episode that gets released on YouTube. if you're thinking,
We're keeping
And your
that in.
ass falls out when you can't wait till Thursday because it's too far away.
That's what I mean. If you're thinking, the new episode of the What's Happening podcast isn't out till Thursday. What day is it? It's only Tuesday. You get early access to all of the public episodes, so you get it 2 days earlier.
Ooh.
Not only that,
What else did you get?
Patreon exclusive episodes, which is episodes of the podcast that are only released on Patreon, and that is a lot more personalised to the viewer. We take in fan submissions like stories, questions. We read them out live on the podcast. And there is going to be monthly specials. We're not skint anymore, so we can actually afford to do it. We've just recorded some fucking brilliant ones. There's loads more to come. If you're not on the Patreon, you're missing out. Get on it.
Get over there. And if you're already on the Patreon, thank you.
We love you.
Yeah, you've already fed our egos, and now you're partially feeding my kids. So my kids love you.
Do you want Gary's kids to die? No.
Well, there's 4 of them, so I don't mind losing a couple. So
Patreon.com/What's Happening Pod. See us over there.
£4 a month.
Bye.
Hello, welcome back. Episode 68 of the What's Happening podcast. Hope you've all had a marvellous week. We have. So if you haven't, keep it to yourself. Gary, Bobby.
Hi.
I said the other week.
Wait, and Chucky.
And Chucky, of course.
Twins.
How could I forget him? He's looking well, isn't he? He's looking good. He's brought a blade. Not sure why. Asked him to leave it in the car. He's brought it with him.
He's been running around the office shouting FTM.
Yeah,
Don't know what's the matter with him.
he seems to be quite a serious guy. So we'll leave it. We haven't given him a mic. He's shockingly racist, believe it or not. Easy mistake to me. Little bugger.
That's Chucky.
But yeah, fucking. I said the other week as well. I was like, I want to know how you've been doing, and then we got on some mad tangent, and an hour and 20 minutes went by, and we never got into
Talking about that fella doing handstands in the water. He was like, how have you been doing? Oh, wait there a minute, like that
some
fella who got
by a shark.
I've got so much more.
We never actually got into it, so like I'll try again.
I'm quite depressed, to be honest, Dan. I'm not going to lie. We're going to open up about it. No, not really. I'm just...
I got that excited then.
Nice one, lad.
So boys, how have you been?
I've been all right since the last time we spoke to them whole 2 days ago. Been great.
Pretend it's 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah,
how
yeah.
have you been?
A lot's
still tired?
happened.
You're still tired, lad.
No, I had a little nap on the couch before I came, so I'm still a little bit sleepy.
I've been tired since I've been about 13, me. Like.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever not been tired.
There was one day when I was about 13, 14, I was like, I just need a good night's sleep, and I'm back to normal. And now I'm 25.
Still waiting for that night's sleep.
I'm still waiting for that good
Do you know
night's
what's
sleep.
weird? I don't know if you have it, but I fucking have it all the time where I'll finally have a fucking good night's kip and I feel 10 times worse.
Wish,
Yeah,
yeah.
So I average about 4.5 hours sleep a night, maybe 5 at a push.
That's not good, that, you know.
No,
That's why when you have enough sleep, it fucks you up.
yeah, so I go to bed between 11:30 and 12 most nights, and then I'm up between... Obviously, the baby wakes me up through the night for the bottle and that. Dickhead. He's a prick. I feel like elbowing him everywhere. And then I'll get up for work about 5 bells. If I'm in Liverpool, if I'm down in Midlands, it's like 4:15.
Well, yeah.
Jesus.
But there's a proper science behind that, though, you know, because it takes at least 4.5 hours for you to actually hit your REM sleep.
I think it's 3 hours. I'm sure you told me this, and I think it's 3 hours because you get. That's why you meant to get 8 hours kip. Because you get 3 hours, then 2 hours REM sleep, and then you're coming out of it for 3 hours, and then you're sounding.
Losing my religion. R.E.M. Yeah, sounds
Good tune. Hey, very good. I just seen him in the car then, right? He was trying to show me this song by this DJ.
Oh, yeah?
And fucking... and to be fair, we got it in the end. Fucking good tune. But the little, like, city thing in the car... wouldn't understand what he was saying. So it was fucking putting Guns N' Roses on, the game on.
The tune's called Horse Girl. What was it? My Little White Pony. So I was going, play Horse Girl, My Little White Pony. And it was going, now playing Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. And I was like, that's not...
It done about 16 going, no!
We've got Virgin Media and ours, right, with tramps. And, yeah, kind of...
I'm like David, yeah?
Yeah.
Shite, innit?
Yeah.
Sky, yeah.
But I've got the remote that is voice controlled, right?
Yeah.
So my bird watches a show called Bull, right? It's a law show. It's about lawyers, right?
Oh.
Bull, B-U-L-L.
Okay.
But he's a scientist who uses video cameras in the courtroom to read the jurors and all that.
Yeah.
And then he gives advice to the fucking barristers and all that, right? So she was trying to put it on, and I went, "Where is this?" She went, "Oh, just search this." So I was like, "Bull," and it was going, "Football." I was like, "Bull," and it was going. Ball. My bear went, give me it. My bear went, ball. And it went, porn. And I went, you did everywhere, lad. So I started going, B-U-L-L. And it went, B-Y-O-U-L-L. And I was like, why the fuck are you being a dickhead? And that's why AI is going to fucking bum us all out. They're all knobheads.
Do you know I've been thinking about porn recently, right? Do you know, it's just...
okay.
There's the intro.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, no, I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to do a bit of critical thinking the last few days. I have been trying to.
About porn?
This is Glasgow Epiphany.
No, I haven't been trying to do critical thinking. It's just I've been zoning out a lot because I've been dead tired. So then I'll start thinking about something, and then I'll sit there like that for like the next hour, just accidentally thinking about it. So I'm trying to spin that. I was like, I've been doing a lot of critical thinking, and I think it's weird. Like
porn as a whole.
Yeah,
it is.
Like when I was a kid, I was a little fiend. Like if I thought I had 10 minutes alone and the Wi-Fi was good, I'd be watching something I'd be watching someone shagging something. But now when I think about it,
so what, lad? You're never gonna watch porn again?
Well, let's not be hasty.
let's Whoa there, Jenny.
Jump the gun.
Yeah, hold up. But,
wait a minute.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There's a chopper.
I've just been thinking about it, and right, look at it this way, right? Imagine you're shagging. Imagine you're having sex, right?
I'm a virgin.
There's usually somebody else involved in that, let's say, and then
unless
so
you're
they probably going for it, and then you look out your window and the fella who lives in the house behind, like that on his window is watching you have it, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Probably carry on.
Did you see that? You know,
thanks, Bob.
when Have a Word went to Tennessee, right? They were on like a rooftop bar. And Dan Nightingale put it on Instagram on a story. And he was like, get on this and turn around. There's a block of flats facing the rooftop building.
I seen it.
And it's just like this half fella and a woman just shagging against the window. Lad. It was hilarious.
I seen it.
I love when old couples still shag.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it because no one does.
My ma's getting clapped still. It's heavy.
Nice.
Fair play to her.
And you just know this?
Yeah.
Does she just tell you? Or do you just walk in and she's getting wellied? You're like, Mom!
A couple of times I've walked in.
Like recently though, not like years ago.
No, not recently, and she still does it. She's a slag, so it's inevitable. But I just listen. She's human. She's entitled to have sex. That's fine. So I've not got a problem with it. And I don't like going, I've been pictured me ma having sex and all that.
I have.
Back in the day, my ma or your ma?
His ma. That sounded weird.
Back in the day.
You okay?
Got a twitch in my neck. Fuck, I killed that.
It's my ma stabbing you with a voodoo doll.
Jesus Christ.
Like back in the day when she was on the nest, I'd be like, "Son, she might have been on her A game," but now like she's 60 odd. She's got a fake hip. She's got osteoporosis. Like her bones don't wear properly.
Osteoporosis.
Do you ever think why she's got the fake hip though?
Yeah, because a fella fucking smashed the ass out of her.
Lenny.
No, do you know why she got the fake hip, right? Because she's a fucking helmet. So
because she was sucking helmets, or
yeah. And he
fucking helmet.
He was trying to suck Thanos off, and he just fucking banged it everywhere. No, what it was, right? We used to have this crazy paving outside our front door, so we had like a ramp driveway, and then it was like a crazy paving, so it was like different level to it because it was to flatten the house.
The thing when you put the biff down to show the...
No, that was on Tuberook when she just fell over like a knobhead. But she had sciatica and she had an operation to remove one of her discs in her back years ago, and there was complications with the surgery, so she ended up losing 70% of muscle use in her left leg.
Heavy.
So if you stand, like, look at me ma's legs, right? One's a normal leg and one's just fucking skin and bone. There's fuck all muscle on it and everything. Yeah, it's mad. So she was rotten because she was a pisshead growing up. She had like a bottle of vodka one night and was coming home, and as she went to stand up on the crazy pavement, the slab went. So she started falling. So pissed, my ma being pissed, she was like, oh, I want to protect me fucking bad leg. And started to do like a fucking 180 somersault and just shattered the right femur, right? So I was in Ireland at the time, so she phoned me and was like, I'm in hospital and all that. I've been rushed to hospital, I'm in agony, fucking screaming and all that. So I got home and she was bedbound.
Take my strong leg.
And she was bedbound, right? She couldn't get up the stairs.
Sorry, guys.
Don't apologise, man. It's good reference.
Yeah.
I like it. And she was on the couch. She said bedbound. She couldn't get up the stairs, so she was on the couch and she was just in excruciating pain.
Bedbound.
Yeah, not bed. Bedbound.
It's a congestion on the M4 bedbound. Sorry, guys.
That's right. And yeah, and then she was like, no, I'm in excruciating pain. Need to go back to the hospital. And what happened? They put pins when her hip broke. They put 6-inch pins to hold it together, to hold the femur together. And she was like, I'm in absolute pain here. This is not right. When they done a CT scan, a whole femur had crumbled around all the pins. So she just had bone fragments all inside.
Proper shrapnel damage.
Yeah. So she got like poison from it and everything. Sick, because I got a mobility car from it. It was boss. But every cloud and all that.
Every cloud?
Yeah, every cloud.
Like
and all
every
that.
cloud's got a silver focus. Like.
And a silver titanium hip. So, but apparently the titanium hip that she got only has like a lifeline of about 10-11 years, and then they need to be replaced. And she's overdue a replacement.
That happened. Well, obviously not that, but like my mum's knee was fucked for years, and like they kept trying to do like put on artificial.
Sucking your arthur off all down there.
I mean, it could have been. I can't say for certain that it wasn't that. But like they kept trying to do all these mad operations where they like take all of the cartilage out and replace it with an artificial cartilage, and like none of it was working. And I think she had on I think it's her right knee. She had in the space of 5 years, she had like 9 major surgeries on this knee.
Heavy,
so it was fucked anyway.
But that must have affected her mentally as well.
Yeah,
she's going through all that fucking
she couldn't do much.
It's one of the toughest operations to go through, like mentally, is anything to do with like your hip, because you're literally fucked for like however long after.
But she was saying to them like from the beginning, like, look, like I know my own body, I know my knee's fucked and need a knee replacement. But she was only, I think she was like late 30s, early 40s at the time, and they said to her like the reason they wouldn't just do a full knee replacement there and then is because
it's quite a common thing. Yeah,
they said it's because they only got like a 10 to 15 year lifespan. They went, so it's going to cost the NHS so much more money doing that now, because then in 10 years you're going to need another one, then in 10 years you're going to need another one. They went, whereas if we can hold it off maybe 10 years,
you'll die with it. I'll have one.
Literally so fucking.
It's scatty how they look at it, like, innit?
I mean, it's a horrible way of looking at it. But
do you reckon they've ever, like, when someone's died, do you reckon they've ever cut them open and like we'll recycle that hip?
I mean, people donate their organs to science, don't they? So possibly.
Oh, I've never thought of it like that. Pure alloys and that.
Yeah, alloys. Just take them to a different scrapyard and just fucking the magnet.
That's your man unlocking new attachments.
Your man's got a red dot hip. I've got a. Oh, hello. Mine's the same. So I've got a. Oh, hello. Nearly losing wood.
We'll pause for a second. Take your you can spin it without it. Just spin the actual whole microphone round. That way. So like that, and look toward your face. So like down. So watch. So see the silver bit here.
I want to keep all this bit in. I think this is steady.
Okay. Behind the scenes.
This is what you don't see.
But you do on the Patreon.
Keep that in.
Of course we are. But mine's the same. So when did I get this done? 2018 maybe. But the thing with them, if you leave them in too long, they can get it to your blood and poison you and do you in it. Yeah. So I've got a big metal fucking plate going right across, and I've got 11 pins. So I was meant to have 10, but I've got 11 because they put one in wrong. So even if they take all them pins out, that one has to stay in.
Is that like when you've got a piece of paper in the office and you staple it and it doesn't go through the final piece of paper?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that's heavy, that one.
But hopefully when I do get it taken out, I don't need nothing.
It'll have fused anyway.
Yeah, it'll have
before.
just stuck. It'll have done its thing. Do you know what I mean?
Is that from the... Have you done?
Yeah.
Well, talking about like poisoning and all that, right? Proper gay this, but nothing heavy like that. But I played footy. Got bum poisoning from a fella. No, been playing footy Sunday league and went in for like a 50-50 and he fucking stood on the top of my boot.
Ooh.
And like my toe was killing me. He's like, I got home. And like my toenail just started to go black. I was like, oh, that's dead. I'm gonna lose it. I was on the couch and all that.
Bit racist.
Yeah, I know.
Like, guys,
Jesus Christ! Want
not
to
even
get rid of your toe, did you?
not even 9 o'clock yet, guys.
Had me white toe on and everything.
Sorry, Gary.
It's all right. And I sat on the couch, I was watching the telly, and I was there for about 4 or 5 hours. And I went to get up, and I was like, nearly fell over. I can't stand up. And when like I pulled my kicks down, like my whole leg was just swollen and red. So fucking
Pure sepsis.
went to the hospital, and they were like, "Yeah, you've got blood poisoning from your toe." And I was like, "But he hasn't broke no skin. It was on top of a footy boot, inside of a footy sock, inside of a fucking Nike sock."
And then he had his fucking footy boots
And
on.
he had
anyway.
his footy boots on. I said, so it didn't break anything, didn't break any skin. It was just impact, and it must have burst blood vessels. That's created blood poisoning.
Really?
So yeah, so I was in hospital for like 2 days.
Isn't it mad the shit that can happen to your body though?
Yeah.
Like it's the most like miraculous machine ever.
Yeah.
But there's so many little tiny ways, like the most seemingly insignificant thing can completely fuck it up if
I
you're not
right
feel
it
like
off,
we
yeah.
spoke about this before. Remember,
think we have.
yeah, we definitely have, because I was saying there's a program that used to be out called like 1,000 Weird Ways to Die, and there was these two like Asian fellas, and they, you know, like the tradition where they fucking bow to each other to like let on, like they both bowed, both banged heads, and both died, and it was true.
It's fucking nuts.
It's just
isn't it?
mad out the shit that can happen. Do you know what I mean? You must have fucking
Do you know what?
episodes.
So it knocks me sick, and it's always knocked me sick the thoughts of it. You know when like babies are born and they've got the little soft bit in the skull, and you can like push it in and that.
That killed him. Did I ever told you about fucking Tom Evans?
Yeah.
From Hot Water. And if he watches it, Tom, you're the paedophile.
Yeah, I don't like it, Tom. Sorry, Tom.
I started working on Hot Water, and Amy, Binty's his wife, invited me down to sign my contract. So me and Mel were in town shopping. I said, "Oh, let's drop into Hot Water and sign my contract." So Mel come down. Otis was 4 or 5 weeks old, right? I said to her, "We just sit in the green room. I'm going into the office." So I went into the office. Come back and she was like, "Who's that lad over there?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Tom." Why? She was like, "Weird him." I went, "Why?" She went, he just come up to me and went, "I'd love to touch your baby's soft spot," and walked away.
What? That's weird. That.
Do you know what? He's a bit of a mad guy, Tom. Like I know I said I don't like him.
He's a funny kid.
I don't mind Tom. Like he's harmless, but like, and I mean, don't be wrong. I know I've said some weird things in my time. Probably said some horrible things, but do you know sometimes someone says something, and it's like what was
your thought process?
Yeah, what was the thought that led to the whole process that then made that leave your mouth, and why to me? You know what
why
I mean?
say it out loud? Just think it and don't say nothing.
Go on the toilet, have you hanging and leave it at that.
Yeah, leave it
Exactly,
at
of course.
Do you reckon he wants to use like the soft spot as like a little ashtray for his jizz?
Oh, well, you know, funny you said that.
A little
Because
cum bowl.
whenever anyone talks about the baby's soft spots, it always reminds me of. Have you ever seen the episode of Family Guy where Britney Spears has got
That's
the
what I was
baby?
thinking, like, to push
she puts
it in
down
the
the ashtray.
Family Guy is sick, man.
You know, like the Chinese soup spoons you get, like the blue ones and all that.
Yeah.
Do you ever like put soup in it and then like suck it from the handle?
No,
I'm
on it though. Looks like the Loch Ness Monster, doesn't it?
That's a good idea, you know.
Goes everywhere. Like,
Do you reckon that's why they made them spoons? Then you could like
Definitely not.
Well, do you know what?
You scoop it in, and then so you got your bowl of fucking whatever soup day.
One time.
All right, do you want to hear my theory?
And then you scoop it, and then you go
what I
sip,
think.
and then you're not getting it all on your hands.
What I think my theory is, right? Have you ever been eating soup with a spoon and drop your spoon in the soup and you're like, bastard? Whereas with that, it'll sort of hang off the side of the bowl.
That's the ones with the little fucking.
With the
on,
is that not what we're talking about?
Well, you can get them ones, but I've got straight ones. Is that with a big like fucking bottle?
I don't even like soup, me, but I'd love a soup from the
I'd
chip, you know.
love chicken and sweet corn soup with prawn crackers.
Just chicken noodle soup for me right now. It goes down a creek.
Sesame oil. Oh, sesame oil. Fucking.
You know what I love now, right? Just now we're talking about it. Crispy chili beef. People who call it crispy cheddar beef, by the way, you need to have words with yourself.
Yeah.
Ones,
Your dad touched you?
Because that's not what it's called. Crispy chili beef, fried rice, little bit of salt and pepper chicken, not too much.
Proper Chinese cuisine.
Yeah, you know, traditional Chinese food, and then just a little bit of chicken noodle soup.
I'd love to see the culture shock that we'd have if we ever went to China. You know?
I've not been to China, but growing up in school, one of my best mates, Kyle, Chinese lad, right? Kyle Fu, his name was. He invited me.
Obviously.
He invited me down to his.
In it, though.
Yeah, he invited me down to his for tea, and when without being racist, right? I was going around to his going, salt, pepper, chicken, fried rice, curry sauce.
You stood in the
I was,
he stood in the kitchen like that reading the menu.
lad,
He's brought
I was like, lad, I was made up.
Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, I was that.
Cannon Rio as well.
I was like, is it 1 or 7 or 14 in a Canario, please, lad? The lad, I was sitting there on the way to his, right after school, we were walking there, he lived up in Daisy, and I was like, hey, I'm getting some chicken chips here, you know, I'm flying, I'm having a boss tea, and we got there, and it was just like fucking
cat,
bat wing and cat and everything, and I was like, nah, what's this? And I said to a staff fella, I was like, does it be disrespectful or not? And I said, but that's not Chinese food, what are you doing? He went,
You to tell them
He
as well, I
went, yeah.
love that, you know.
Sorry, mate. I don't know if you've ever been to Chippy
Yeah.
or not,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
that's not how you do
I
it.
was like, lad, have you not been to fucking Woks cooking, lad? That's fucking terrible.
What did he cook you though? Like serious though?
It was just all mad gear. I can't even remember.
like all octopus and that because they love all
but
that
it
shit,
was
don't
the
they?
way it was cooked, and I went, lad, that's. And he went to me, listen, if you lived in the Chippy every day, you'd be a fat cunt and die.
Yeah.
He went, have you ever seen a fat Chinese person? And I went,
You don't really see them, but you know when you do, you
Yeah.
really see them.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
you really
Yeah.
see, and nothing else.
Yeah, but the
there's
only-
a solar eclipse.
Can be honest, being honest with you though, the only time you'll ever see a fat like Asian is when the like the westernized sort of thing,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
they're living in the
Yeah,
west. You never,
yeah,
if you went to
that's
China,
true.
you would never see it because all the food that they eat in there, obviously they eat it. Like, because even noodles, like I think like a little bowl of noodles, sometimes when you have them, it doesn't look like much, but then you're having it, it's like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a proper
yeah, yeah.
touch it in, I
Yeah.
reckon.
I seen something. That's food. Crispy duck and pancakes, right?
Love
Oh,
them.
I know,
Love them.
like,
Oh,
you know the way,
Big
like,
fan.
you get your little pancake with all its flour on, and get like your duck and your fucking
Bit of
shredded,
cucumber.
yeah, your shredded and your hoisin and all that, and then you roll it up and it's everywhere. I seen a video of this Chinese fella, right?
Toe-sized one.
I'd seen a video of this Chinese fella, right? And he goes like that, like this is your wrap, right?
I
your
feel like
pancake.
I if it's I do this,
And he picks up the pancake,
I do, yeah.
holds it in front of his face, gets his fork, goes duck shredded, dips it, and just puts it in and puts the whole thing in his mouth in one go.
I do that. I seen it on a video.
Well,
ages ago. So
Yeah.
so I get the pancake.
It's the best
And
I
what I'll do is so I don't have the cucumber because I'm not a paedophile. I'll have the
Just crispy water.
I'll
I
have
don't
the
have it.
I'll have the spring onion. I'll have the spring onion, the duck, and the hoisin, and then you put the pancake in front of your mouth, and then you go.
That's
It's game
good.
changing, you know. It is game changing.
Proper
I do like the process, and I feel like I'm
Yeah, but
building
you think
like
you've
a
built
little
joints?
oriental
Yeah,
joint,
yeah, yeah.
like put the poly in, and bit of kush there, you know, bit of hoisin, and
Bit of resin.
I like the process, mate. I like
And
the artistry.
Have you ever like accidentally tried to light your pancake?
Sitting here sparking a big crispy duck kush one,
Suck it
man.
on in your joint finger. You haven't done pancake.
Oh, lad, a shot. Do you know what? Right, there's not many better combinations for me, like, because I'm one of them, like if I'm having a joint, I don't like having a joint and then eating because I get the munchies. I don't know when to stop, and then I make myself feel sick. So what I like to do sometimes is have a meal, so then I'm nice and full, and then have a joint, and then you don't really get the munchies then. I mean, you might have a little snack.
Do you know what? Mine's like, if I was to do it, I wouldn't get the munchies until like 2 hours later. Or an hour later. I'm not, just not hungry.
Like, as soon as I went in the ashtray, I'm reading cupboards, me, man, honestly.
It's
But
like an Oxford advert. Everyone's starving.
listen, there's not many things I enjoy more in life than going to Chinese, getting a big fucking. I'll get me crispy chili beef. I'll get me fried rice.
Is that your go-to then? Or you just say it's a crispy chili beef, your go-to?
Do you know what? Right, up until recently, no, because
I'm getting a
I-
Chinese.
Salt and pepper chicken.
I was a proper basic bitch lad. Like I'm not eating that. And then I was in my bed, and the chippy by Ace is fucking lovely. Like, honestly, it's my favourite chippy ever.
Wait, what's it called? Oh, what is it?
I forgot what it's called.
Not that good then.
Read us off some names.
Jerry Wong's.
No, don't know it. Oh, shit.
Nah.
Alright, sorry. Chippy and melon, is it?
You've altered you, lad. Just because Air House and Kirby's got double glazing windows.
But yeah, listen, like, fucking, I was dead basic. I'd have salt and pepper chicken, fried rice, chips, curry sauce, and that was me. And then it was only up until recently, and I'm talking within the last 6 months probably,
You ventured out a little bit.
I seen this crispy chili beef, and it just looked dead nice, and I was like, it's beef. I was like, I'll have a little go, and it, honestly, game changing. So now we go to is crispy chili beef, salt and pepper chicken, fried rice, egg or chicken. I'm a first time man.
Yeah.
Sometimes boiled rice if I'm trying to be healthier.
Special with prawns, no?
There's too much going on in it for me. I like to just know me flavour of me rice. I don't like there to be too much going on.
It just smells like a day 4-old fanny in Glastonbury, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. It's like pennies.
I seen a picture the other day, and there was some lad with his bird on his shoulders at Glasgow at Elton John, and it just said, all the birds who love getting on the fellas at Glasgow feel sorry for the fellas having a 4-day-old unwashed fanny on your shoulders.
Well, did you see?
I wouldn't be asked.
Nah, I wouldn't be bothered at all.
He was been wearing the frontwards like that.
Yeah, I'm missing the content. I'm spinning that. You just watch and tell me what's going on, Alice. But yeah, fucking
special fried slice.
Yes.
But yeah, fucking.
Have you ever had crispy? Well, I'm gonna say this time because it's crispy shredded chicken, like chili.
Think I have. Is it the same?
It's the same
flavour as
Is
crispy
it just
chili?
weird? Plain now he's going crispy shredded chili.
No, because I'm
chicken.
I'm thinking what it is actually called, crispy chili shredded chicken. Also, like it's chili beef, crispy chili beef,
chicken.
but crispy chicken.
You've been on that fucking 3 words again, don't
No,
Yeah.
I haven't had it, but seeing as I'm a man of the palate now,
Yeah.
I'll definitely try it.
the palate.
The beef's definitely nicer, but the chicken would probably surprise you.
I used to go to Chippy by ours and order chicken chow mein and ask them to take the bean sprouts out, and they used to laugh at me.
I love the bean sprouts, mate.
No, I hate them. Yeah,
Little crunchy noodles.
No, Scotty.
Do you know what? Oh my god! I don't know if you know this is a really common thing, but apparently it is, and I was only introduced to it within the last couple of months, and I was blown away by it.
Okay.
But apparently it's like it's a thing. Like when you go to like a christening or like a wedding or a funeral, you know, like the little after party, and you get like a Chinese buffet for afterwards.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
No, so what happened, right?
It's like chippy food.
No, yeah.
In
So
the big metal trays over the gas.
I don't think it's been a
Just a
regular
buffet.
thing for years. I think it's
Yeah, but
becoming a regular thing now. So my brother's wedding.
Yeah, it's like a buffet. You go up and you get like, I'll have a little fucking, I'll have a little cucumber and crispy duck butty. But it's like them big metal trays.
Big
like
Bain
put the
Marie's.
school dinner food in,
Big
and it's like,
Bain Marie's, but all food, yeah.
Salt and chicken, crispy beef, rice, curry. So is that a thing people just do? Is it? I only found out about that in the last couple of months, and it blew my mind.
The first time I ever seen it was
It's mad the way you're sitting there thinking like, is that a thing? I just thought that was just a thing.
See, my brother got married 5 years ago, I'm going to say. We had a normal dinner.
Are you telling us or asking us a question then?
Yeah, I can't remember. He's getting divorced, so he's getting divorced now, so it's irrelevant. But it's 5 years, because of COVID, you lose time. And we had a normal, so they call it wedding breakfast, don't they? Which is weird. It's because it's the first meal of your marriage. That's why it's the wedding breakfast, but it's a tea.
Okay.
When me and my
That's
bear,
it,
when me
brother.
and my bear were looking at like weddings and like planning weddings and all, I haven't proposed to her yet, but I was planning a wedding. And I was looking at like venues and they offer you packages and they were like wedding breakfast. Like, why do you want sausage, bacon and egg for your wedding? But apparently it's just your first meal as a married couple. It's breakfast because it's the first meal of the day.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a breakfast.
Not a breakfast, it's just, that's the name, because breakfast should be your first meal of the day.
That makes sense.
So you had this normal meal, it was like fucking fancy, like fucking all like beef with all like mad bits of gear on and all like 4 different coloured carrots with like the little fucking tails on and all that. And I was like, not into that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really eat much. And then when the nighttime guests come, they had a buffet and it was that. It was like big Bain Marie's of all like fucking spring rolls, salt and pepper chicken, egg fried rice. And I was like, I was blown away by it. I was like, what? But now it's a common thing in parties. But that was the first time I'd seen it.
It's been happening for me for years.
I had no idea that was even a concept. And then
on my 18th,
I went to a christening party and I was like, what's on the buffet? And they were like, oh, we've got like salt and pepper chicken, crispy chili beef, fried rice. And I was like, nah, but like, what's on the buffet? And they were like, lad, go and have a look. And I went, I honestly must have had about 4 or 5.
Just didn't leave.
I was coming back.
He just went in with oven mitts and took the whole tray.
Listen, because I'd never heard of it. And if ever I've been at a party or it's been there, it's just went over my head.
Cucumber sandwiches,
egg
and cress.
If it's been there, it's just missed me. It's went over my head, and lad, and it was heavy as well.
Yeah.
It was fucking unbelievable. Time for another wave from one of the sponsors. Bobby, what sponsor?
Well, you'll be very surprised to hear that it's actually Technicals.
Technicals?
That's it, Technicals.
It's mad that on the telly, flying.
Yeah.
What do Technicals do, lad? What do they provide us with?
Technicals is an active gym and sports wear. So, you know, whether you're into your walking your mountains, you know, sitting in your Mars, walking around town buying clothes, you know.
Like me, walking the Chippy.
There you go. And Gary's got Technicals on, which he wears to go to Chippy in all the time. Every day.
Twice a day sometimes.
Yeah, you know, the thing is with it, though, right? Thing is with it, one thing I hate. Do you know when you go on camping, or you know, you're gonna be like, say you go on like a little hike or something, and you fucking hell, and you go out and you're trying to buy clothes that are like, according to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, contemporary.
And very contemporary.
Yeah.
And you can't, because you go into fucking Decathlon or go outdoors and you come out dressing like you're on a fucking geography school trip. Technicals managed to keep it looking stylish, but it's still practical as well.
Aesthetically pleasing.
It is
aesthetically pleasing. The contemporary. Some of them are red. They're great.
Possibilities are endless.
You want a blue top? They've got them as well.
www.technicalsbrand.com. What's the code, Danny? Whoop.
It's happening 20.
It's happening 20.
What else you got to say? Get your 20% off. Technicalsbrand.com. Get on them. Unbelievable.
I had a joint 18th party with my mate Mark, right? And me ma done the buffet, because me ma was like, I fucking do it, we're not paying for the fucking buffet, I'm excited. And all that. Me ma just started fucking doing a big platter. And I went to Costco and bought like 100 packs of Skittles and just filled this biggest bowl ever of Skittles. I thought that'd be funny. And it just turned into a Skittle fight at the end of the night, lad. Like, it was like all the old women and that who were like aunties and nans were just getting pinged in the side and like crying, lad. It was
Must
like,
hate that though, imagine getting full force Skittle binged off your head.
Yeah, because they are.
Go on, yeah, I'll the top of my head though.
that was a shot though.
Hey, that's it, that's
That was a
I was
shot,
hoping it bounced this way.
Sorry, lad.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Myth proven.
But yeah, honestly, it probably blew me mind. And then like everyone I've told, like, hey, get on this.
I was expecting something proper mad to come out now, and I was just like, oh, alright then. Boring.
I had a wank before I come here, like, because I read the best news
Our
article
boss
ever.
a wanks, lad.
I know the best news article got me excited, so I had to just tickle the pickle for a bit. So, lad, they're in the process of getting planning done for a 24-hour Greggs in town.
Oh! Was that not a thing?
It's in Newcastle. Newcastle have got one.
That's where we seen it.
And the
We were
council,
walking past, we were like, that's still open?
the council started to close them down. They were saying it'll fucking...
All the riff-raff.
Yeah, it'll
Give me
promote
my sausage
antisocial behaviour
rolls,
and all
you
that.
punk.
No, how the fuck's a fucking 4-pack of yum-yums promoting
I know,
social
exactly.
behaviour, lad.
Yum-yums.
Yeah,
See,
them yum-yums, man.
Have you seen Primark as well?
Oh,
So
yeah.
Primark have opened the,
Yeah, we
have
have.
opened the Greggs cafe inside.
Lad, there's a Greggs
town.
there's a Greggs
Yeah.
in Primark. It was
And
mad, blew me head off.
And there's a sausage roll swing.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's a big sausage roll with chains on you swing on it.
We'll have to go and take pictures.
That's unbelievable.
They've got a home bit in there now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Have you seen on the bottom floor?
Yeah.
Like where you get like
Curtains and towels.
That's
belts and
good.
shit.
Do you know what? Primark's a good shop. Like, if you want to go in there and get your holiday clothes and you don't want to spend any more than like £4, Primark's got your back. but I'm not an angry guy, mate. Like I'm not short tempered by any means. Like it takes a lot to really anger me, but I've got 20 to 25 minutes of Primark in me before I'll behead a kid with
shells
with
getting
a-
through down the
Listen,
escalators.
I'll kill kids with a coat
Well,
hanger.
well, I refused.
Oh, mate,
When my
does me
bird
head in.
needs to go, because obviously we've got loads of kids and like fucking they grow out of clothes dead fast. So it's
Yeah.
easy to go and get them stuff in Primark
you get some
anyway.
peerless in Primark though. You
You
proper
do, yeah.
can.
You can, yeah.
And but you're even happier now. They've got a Greggs in there.
I know, yeah.
Go do
flying.
your thing. You'll
Yeah.
be in Greggs.
I'll be in Greggs on the swing with a sausage roll, me Greg.
Ring me if you need me. Phone's on silent.
But now,
Phone
because
off.
like when I say to my bird, I'm not taking the kids because I then have to get the lift with the pram. And then it pisses me off the people who get the lift who haven't got a pram or a
Yeah.
walk stick or a wheelchair. I'm like, why are you getting the lift? It's you in it. You're a dickhead.
Listen,
You're a dickhead.
we were tough lunch. She was going, oh, just get the lift out. There was a fucking massive queue, and I went, I'm not standing in that fucking queue, getting in the lift. Like, we'll just go down the stairs. She go,
There's an escalator, which is basically, if you're not onto it, girl, right, it's a queue that moves for you. Mad. Do you know what? Right, so do you know what does my head in? And this has always pissed me off. This, and it really, really, really goes through me. Is you know when people are on the escalator, but they still walk up
yeah,
it.
it does me
What are
nothing.
you doing?
Yeah.
really?
Like-
Oh, lie, walk up.
Oh, you are, lad. You're one of the
No,
worst kind of people.
I'm stubborn. I go, nah, it's moving for me, and I
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
And then people walk up them and stand on the step behind me, and I just go, yeah, I'm not moving.
Oh,
I hold
listen,
off like that.
nah,
Yeah.
nah, boys, I've got no time for that, lad. I
No,
need to
like-
be doing
Ain't nobody
this.
got time for that.
If
I'm
I'm
too impatient.
if I'm going upstairs, I'll happily put the work in. Know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna have to.
They don't move.
Yeah, you
but if I'm on an escalator,
That was designed for that.
you won't see me take a step until
Oh,
I've got to get
nah.
off it.
Nah.
And
I try not even step off it. I just try and get it push
It
me off.
depends.
Yeah, I see that, you know.
It depends where I'm going though, or like how big the escalator
It's only
is.
ever
But like,
up or down.
like when I get off the, if I get, that was a good one. That.
The only escalator I walk on is the massive one in Liverpool 1 going up to Nando's because it's too big.
You don't do it, or
No,
you
that's
do?
the only one I do walk on.
Nah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because there's a Nando's at the top or something.
Yeah, because I'm sprinting. No. There's loads of food up there. I'm flying. No, it's just
love
that long,
Nando's.
and I go, I've stood
Do you know
still
what?
for
Do you know?
long
Yeah. Do you want to know what a bigger pet peeve is then? So take it from someone who's like an impatient cunt. Like I'd rather walk up escalator. For me, I'm like, oh, escalators, because I can walk up twice as fast because I'm moving while walking. And
That's
I'm
why
like,
you'd
wow.
survive in an apocalypse, whereas I'd be like, well, I'll wait here, me. See what happens.
A bigger pet peeve than that is, so when you get off the train station, you stand on the right if you're standing there, and the left side is clear for you to walk up.
Yeah.
People who stand on that left, like, I want to
Yeah.
smack them. Like, I
I do
want
it.
to stand
But
But we
behind
live
them
in
and
the
smack
UK,
them.
you drive on the left side of the road, you walk on the left side of the building.
I'm going to be honest though, sometimes, especially on the rare occasion that I find myself in London and I'm going on the tube, I will, just to make me feel good, I will go on the left side of that escalator
I hate
and
it.
I will come to a standstill. And if,
them,
if,
you
if
know.
you're trying to get past, good luck.
I hate
Because
them.
I'm not moving.
Oh, mate.
And
Oh.
honestly, because in all fairness, I only ever really take, like, if I'm anywhere else, I'll do it out of just like out of habit. But down south, because they're all like, fucking move, you slag! I'm gonna get my train down to fucking Delhi Dyer Central. Like, I will.
He's getting an escalator on the EastEnders.
Listen, lad, I will not move. I will. People
I'll get you, Pat!
Lad, listen, lad.
Get up that escalator!
Get out my pub. Listen, lad, I will.
Well,
I
you all
will.
got throat cancer, by the way.
Fucking Danny Mitchell over there.
I don't know what the air is like down there. So there's so much smog. But lad, I listen. I will. You could have a briefcase. You could have a dying child with you. I am standing where I am, and what I'll also do, just because it's a game. Like sometimes I'll get on the right hand side and I'll blend in, and then I'll just go out to the left, and then I'll just stay there. And I might even only do it 4 steps from the top, but just so you know I'm there.
To ruin someone's day.
Is there anything else that you do? Like, I know a big thing that I do, because like people who drive the bikes on the road do me head in. Like if you're well over on like by the curb and that, like, sound, I can get you around your sound. But like, you know, you get arseholes in the like middle of the fucking lane, like you can't get past them. So what I'll do
But
is
it's illegal to drive on the pathway, isn't it?
So what I'll do when we get to a red light and they're behind us, I will. Oh my god, my alloys are touching the curb.
I've hit a cyclist.
So have you?
Yeah.
Love you.
And kicked off at him as well. It was hilarious. Lad, it was fuming. So, do you know where Smith Down Road is, where the Asda is?
Yeah.
So I was coming from, like, Allerton,
Yeah.
up past the Asda.
yeah.
And you know where you turn right to go towards Old Swan?
Yeah.
Like Wellington Road,
That
whatever it is.
the main road. Yeah.
So, crossroads, I'm in the right lane, kind of just slightly turn right, waiting to turn up that road. There's a double-decker bus stopped because there's traffic going that way. It's heavy and it's like a hatched area. So I'm trying to like edge out, look past the bus like that, see if anything's in the other lane so I can go. So I'm looking on the right-hand side of my car, looking at my right mirror, looking up ahead like that. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Towards me, this cyclist undertook me on the left-hand side of my car, then come right in front of me bonnet as I'm looking, and I went gap. And I pulled out and just fucking hit this cyclist. He went flying off the bike. His bike got crumpled, right? His pedal had like metal fucking stirrups on, just ripped up the side of my car.
Oh.
So everyone was like, it was full. It was like Stewie Central. Everyone was like looking. So I just like fucking jumped out, grabbed his bike. I was like, you all right? He went, yeah. I went, go over there, lad. So I drove in the street. He walked over, and I just looked at my car and I went, you messing, you little fucking dickhead. I said, what are you undertaking me for, lad? I said, you've ruined my car. You've got no insurance, have you? How am I going to fix that car, lad? I can't claim on your insurance on your pedal bike, you little dickhead. I went, where are you going? He said, I've got music lessons. I went, do you need a lift? He went, no, but we'll fuck off then. I just left him, lad. I was
She needs a lift. He flipping. I'm like, go get in the car then, lad.
Get in that passenger seat. No, I done it the other week. Actually, I think I was coming to meet you when you finished work, because I was going to, I was in town, and my little brother was driving up to town anyway. He was driving up near town. He's like, yeah, he's like, I'll drop you off. You've been unsuccessful. I haven't got a car. I
Was this the other day when you met me? Did your kid drop you off?
No. Before that, that's when I met you at the pub.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we were by Water Street at the very bottom. He was at the light spot to go onto the dock road, and I was there. Yeah, I'll just jump out here. Go ahead, fist bump. See you later. Little kiss on the cheek and that. And then
on the tip of the
and then I didn't look in his mirror because I haven't got a car. How do I know to check mirrors? So as I've opened the door, there's been some little fucking loser on a bike going down the double yellows, and he's just hit his handles, his handlebars have just caught the side of the door. he's went fucking off his bike. So I went, oh shit, lad, sorry. But then my little brother's there going, me fucking door. So I didn't know which way to react. So I went, oh lad, you alright? Sorry. Lad, what the fuck are you doing, lad? Get out the car. Ignored him on the floor, and then I have to go another way to meet you. So then as I've went back up and done the right, and then the fellas coming back up past me on the bike. I looked at him and went, I was heavy.
Have you ever seen that video? I think it's in London. Some fella, he's got one of them like 360 cameras on, like a fucking
It's not
selfie
Jeremy
stick.
Van, is it?
Don't know, when he's on rollerblades and he's flying through the city and there's a pure tune and he's just like that, and then the car door opens and he just goes bang and then sits on the wall like that.
Even when he falls, it's graceful though.
Yeah,
Like, have you know, like
He lands intelligently.
Yeah,
intelligently.
Yeah, he actually does. Yeah, it's mad though, because I'm proper weren't expecting it. When the first ever time I watched it, and he's doing it sick.
Yeah,
like
he's flying.
Bopping, he's proper flying, dancing all the tunes, and as soon as that door hits him, lad, I was in bulk, you know.
Made up, lad.
Do you know,
like that happens.
I think people who rollerblade, I think it's a great skill. I don't think I could do it. Especially on the, like, maybe on the ones where it's like wheel.
The
Roller
four
skates.
one, like,
yeah,
yeah.
but on the blades where it's like just like a line, I don't think I've got the coordination to do that. Like if you can do it, hats off to you. But
I used to have
But
rollerblades when I was younger and I used to love them. And there was a lad grew up by ours, Robbie. He was like 3 years older than us and he was a fucking dickhead. He used to bully everyone. And like, he gave me a couple of slaps one day round the fucking back of the head and all that, and fucking hit me.
rollerblade.
Lad, he hit me and I was fucking raging. And then the next day, I was out with my mate and I had rollerblades and I seen him, so I took my rollerblade off and hit him around the side of the head, but the lad burst his face open, just hit him with a fucking rollerblade.
Yeah,
Could have killed the cunt.
You've just admitted to quite a serious crime.
a fray.
I've done quite a few assaults when I was a kid, like bad ones.
Maybe allegedly.
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 But one backfired massively on me as well. It was funny. We were every time.
Was you buying them rollerblades?
Yeah, every time we used to go, like, I say holiday, it was Ireland or Scotland.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to go on holiday. But anytime we'd go away, I'd always do something the day before and injure myself. Like, I'd broke arms the day before we went to Ireland. My mice would always kick off. And one day, we spray painted the goal on the wall at the bottom of our street, and that was our heads and volleys. We used to play there. So we were playing footy, and we were going to Ireland that night. At 10 o'clock that night, we were leaving on the coach to get to Ireland on the overnight ferry. And I'm playing footy, and next minute, there I had David. Like, I heard the commotion at the end of the street, and I had David outside my ma's house, scrapping with some kid, right? And then the kid just jumps on his BMX and just starts fucking pelting down the street. So I had David shouting, fucking stop him. So, like, there's all debris and everything around the goal. There was, like, a broomstick, like a brush off a stick of a broom. So I grabbed this stick, and fucking as he come past, I just stuck it in his spokes like that, right? His bike locked up. He went fucking ass over the sit, done like a fucking 360 flip, bang on the floor.
Whose bike was he on?
Just some kid on his own bike.
Oh.
But I had David scrap with him, then he got off on the bike.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Twice fucking
Heavy.
good shot, right through the spokes, slammed on. He went flying, but the stick just went ping, hit me in the face, lad. I had the biggest black eye like that, lad. It was heavy, lad.
I remember I was on a bike years ago, like I was still in like little school, and it was one of the, like I was a small kid anyway, so when I was on like an adult bike, it was like I'd noticed the difference.
It's like a penny
It
farthing.
was like when you go from a BMX to a mountain bike and you're like, whoa.
Like the one of them, like if I was to brake fully on it, like I couldn't put my foot down on the floor. I'd have to like jump off the bike, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And remember, I was pedaling down the street, and there was these lads playing footy, and they've went Eds. So they've went like that, and they didn't like kick it in the air. They kicked it straight at me tyre. Oh lad, I've done like 3 front flips, landed on my head and everything. It was the worst thing ever. You know?
That was heavy, lad. Lad, just got memories.
Same.
Our Mark come to pick me up from primary school on his mountain bike, right? And he wouldn't let me get on his seat. He was like, I was like, is it takey, lad? And he was like, what do you call it, by the way? Is it a takey?
Yeah.
You used to say takey or
Mogger.
What do you call it? No, no. You used to
A mogger.
like a mug, yeah, or a baccy or something.
Yeah,
like
we used to call it a takey or a baccy.
Yeah.
No, not a baccy.
So
Sorry, man.
No, it's
our
not
Mark
It's
refused.
too close, innit?
What? No, yeah, that was it. We'll
What's he
talk
say?
about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Give her the car keys, lad, get off.
Yeah.
So our Mark was like, nah, you're not getting on my bike seat, lad. I went, no, but you give me a takey home. He went, nah, sit on the handlebars. I was like, lad, I'm not sitting on the handlebars. There's
I
a
used to
seat
hate
there.
getting on the handlebars.
I used to hate it. I was like, nah, I'm not getting on the... I was only about fucking 8 or 9. I was like, I'm not getting on the handlebars. Like, lad, get on the handlebars. I was like, all right, sorry. So I've got on the handlebars. And as we're coming down, right, he turns the corner dead fast into our street. And, like, I just fucking slipped off the handlebars, right? and my foot hit the side of the wheel, and my shoe and my foot managed to go through the spokes. So then he fucking slammed over on my leg, so I'm cut, and my knees are cut a bit with my legs stuck through the spokes of his bike.
God, no.
So there was builders doing like on scaffolding on one of the houses, doing like windows or something. He had to come over with his snips and cut the spokes to get my leg out.
Jesus.
Have
you seen the video? Have you seen the video with the like the dad's on a bike and he's pedaling and then he brakes and like picks his back wheel
And
up
the kid,
and the kid
lad, I hate
crashes
that
into the
video,
back
you know.
and he started
I
pedaling.
hate that video
lad,
so much.
I'll have to show you. It's funny. But yeah, so we were saying then. So you knock on someone's door and run. What do you call it?
Knock and run.
Nog een doordash.
Knock a door dash. Yeah, knocky.
Je gaat zeggen.
L32
maanden.
I honestly.
Ah, you're L32. What are you? Ah, yeah, posh you.
Nah, we used to like we used to name it efficiently, lad. It was we used to call it knock and run because you'd knock and then subsequently.
I seen a video on Instagram
done.
the other day. Some kids in America playing knock and run, but he's heavily disabled. And like they ring the bell, and all his mates sprint, and he's just like that. He's just going. He's just like that going. Out the car.
It's so bad, lad. No, it's so bad. He's running like that down the street, yeah. And then he gets in like, you know, like the hoverboards.
Yeah.
But you can buy like an extension
on
for
it.
it. That's like a seat,
Yeah.
lad.
And he just gets on it.
Like,
Jumps on it.
and then he sits in his seat and the
hover, yeah.
door opens and he is going
Gone.
"Meow," down the street, just looking back, lad. It's the I wonder if I've still got it.
I can't believe you've done the impression.
Also, we've got some funny stories here, to be fair, because
That have been sent through on
yeah,
Instagram. Oh, that's good.
But unlucky, you know, on the Patreon, you won't get to hear them. But we have got some funny ones. I was having a little.
Well, the one that got sent to us on Instagram, are we reading that publicly because it was sent publicly?
Probably not, because she was like, "Want to be kept anonymous."
Keep it anonymous still.
Is it a double tonight? Is it?
If
Yeah.
we've got time.
Yeah, it's a double.
How long have we done?
42.
Well, the one that got sent on Instagram, like if you don't mind anyway, I reckon we read it publicly because if it's not sent on Patreon, then
Yeah.
it's not getting read on Patreon.
All right, okay, go on then. Go on, do your thing.
Want me to read it?
Go on, do your thing.
Okay. This one's from.
Anonymous.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is
fucking hell.
indeed.
Like the first thing it says, keep me anonymous.
It says, "Hi, I absolutely love the podcast and Patreon." Well, I apologise, Miss Anonymous. But I've already promised everybody who's watching that I am going to read this on the public episode. So as long as you don't mind, I'll continue. It says, so this is a bit of a long one. This is what she said. She said, so I have a bit of a story that I'm not sure if I should be ashamed of or ever so slightly proud.
Okay.
She says, I was seeing a lad a while ago and ended up going to his after a few dates. Obviously, one thing led to another. That means he put his willy in it.
Yeah.
For all of those who didn't catch on, they've had sexual
pickle.
intercourse. Says one thing leads to another. Things were going smoothly, shall we say, and then all of a sudden, I'm met with, wait, stop, don't move, and him hurrying off to the bathroom. While I'm there, no idea what's going on. We hadn't got to the end goal, so 1,000,001 things are running through my mind, while he's sounding very much in pain. He comes out of the bathroom holding his hand, begging me to take him to A&E while he's on the phone to 111. 6 hours later, and snapped...
Is banjo?
No, what? 6 hours later, and he snapped tendons in his fingers. So was he been fingering it?
That's some aggressive fingering, that
Have
lad.
you ever seen the film Teeth?
That's
Yeah.
either aggressive fingering or an unusually tight box. Like,
Or weak
No,
fingers.
do you know
Bravo!
what? Wait there, before you carry on. No, do you know the girls can get like a medical thing and it's something to do with the muscles and
Kegels.
it
and you tighten it up.
contracts
Yeah,
and
you
it,
tighten it
and
up.
it and you can't even like
like fucking lockjaw
You do-
or
you
something.
do-
yeah, like
Have a
after
staffy
you've had-
fanny.
After you've had a baby, your fanny obviously loosens because you got to push your fucking fat head out and all
and then
that.
it goes.
It goes back, but you do Kegels, and it's like where you tense and it contracts the muscles and brings it
No,
back
but
down.
I'm chatting like there's like an actual medical thing where it can
Lockjaw.
tighten up that much that you couldn't even get a pinky in there.
Proper Chinese
You know,
finger
something
trap.
like that.
Yeah? Anyway, then 6 hours later and snapped tendons in his finger in toe. It's safe to say we didn't go on another date. I did see him a few weeks later in a splint, all strapped together. Well,
Wait there, I'm confused. How did they get onto...
Toe? Did she mention a toe then?
Yeah.
no, like snap fingers in toe, like,
Oh.
like
Oh yeah, with him.
subsequently.
I thought you meant snap fingers and a toe.
So she said then one thing led to another and then next thing he was in the toilet.
So So it says.
He was ploughing it with his fingers.
Yeah.
Because that's what she said. She was confused because he didn't get to the end goal.
Yeah.
So she's lying there all confused, like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, where's he gone? Like, why isn't his willy in me? And it turns out she's fucking microscopic fanny over there. He's ended up nearly ripping his fingers off his hand. Fair play, girl. Do you know what? I salute you.
Have you ever been proper, like, going for it with the big strokes, right? And you're proper, like, fucking, yeah.
Them big strokes where you're feeling good about yourself and that. Yeah.
Dead fast and dead hard, and you get overconfident and you pull out and then just hit the bars between the fanny and the arse and just fucking smash it dick against it.
Man.
Yeah,
And you're just like,
no, and yeah, your dick feels like a crowbar.
I don't have massive strokes because a little 1-inch pinch in that, but still hurts.
No,
It's
one of the. It's genuinely, like, I don't know if there's a female equivalent to that. Then please messages, let us know. But it's one of the, because it comes so unexpectedly and so suddenly. A sudden bend in a hard penis is one of the most painful things in the world.
Do you reckon you can shag the piss hole? Do you reckon you could?
No. Why? How could you?
I don't know.
But
It's that small.
Yeah,
it's a hole, isn't it?
Any hole gone? Nah, I've had something that's worse than that though. I've had my scrotum caught in me zipper once. Like act like fully like. Do you know when you zip your pocket up, and sometimes and it gets caught and it's like you gotta
you
pull
get
it
caught
out.
in your top.
Yeah, and you gotta pull it out, lad. I swear to you, it was the worst fucking thing ever.
That happened to me dad when he was a kid. Like, he was in Wales with his mum and dad and his brothers and sisters and
That
that.
just made me sick.
And like, me dad's dad used to play, like, not like 10-pin bowling, but, you know, bowls like on the green. He used to be he had all like medals and trophies.
Listen,
he was really good at it.
I'd sit and watch a game of bowls for
Yeah,
hours. You know,
yeah.
I think
It's
they're
good,
sick.
lad.
So was curling on the ice.
Yeah.
With the brush.
But, like,
Oh yeah.
Like, me granddad and his mates got, like, really, really good at it. So, like, they were all in Wales playing it anyway. And me dad's went to the toilet, and as he zipped his kecks up, he's got his foreskin caught in his zip. And my dad still says to this day, like honestly,
my God,
when
lad,
he tells the
that's-
story, you can see it behind his eyes, and he's like a Vietnam vet, and it's all coming back to him.
PTSD, yeah,
And then fucking PTSD, and then fucking he's and like, but like he said, he had to try and get my granddad to help him.
Imagine getting your turtleneck stuck in that.
Blow it. Imagine getting your Steve Jobs caught in that.
No, have you ever seen something about Mary?
Oh, what the cum?
Yeah, but he does
I love that
something
film.
about Mary, doesn't he?
I love that film, you know.
Something about Mary's boss.
There's something about that.
I've got loads of foreskin.
There's something about that era of, like, films, like American Pie, something about Mary, all, you know, those proper, like,
Another teen
nostalgia
movie,
films.
I've seen
Yeah, they're just so good.
What are your thoughts on Adam Sandler?
Love him.
I love Adam Sandler.
Belted, innit?
Love him,
How
man.
could you not?
Even his modern stuff.
Great.
Love it.
I
Love it.
I don't think I've ever met anybody who actively dislikes him, but I know obviously, like
He's got that not stigma, the thing behind him where, like, a lot of people don't like him.
I don't get why though, because
Innit?
as far as I'm aware, like, there's people in Hollywood who are paedophiles and eat kids. Like, as far as I'm aware, Adam Sandler just wears baggy shorts and
Well,
makes
you know
good
what?
films.
Do you know
and
you know what's funny about that? That I've got this fucking Illuminati bot thing on Twitter, and they're sending they put a compilation out, and it was all these celebrities talking about, oh, we went round for a pizza party, and Adam Sandler's like in the clip talking about him going around and having pizza, and I was like, nah, but he probably genuinely means, like, he went round to someone's house and was scanning loads of pizza.
Do you know what? I've done that myself loads of times where, like, I get proper heavily invested in this conspiracy theory that, like, they're all eating kids and they've got code words for it and shit like that. And then every time I see a celebrity that I like come up with one of them, I'm like, nah, well, he probably just meat. Like,
Yeah. He just likes pepperoni and
like,
not kids.
it's probably a meat feast. You know what he's like?
Well, my bird nearly fucking threw me in it the other week, right? It was Father's Day. And my bird done a story for me on Instagram just saying, oh, fucking what a great dad, from knife feeds to whatever.
Yeah.
And she done like a little spiel for me. And then she just like froze on the couch and was like, shit. Oh, I went, what's up? She went, I've just nearly posted it. And she went, and the phone auto-corrected one of the words to molested. So she nearly put a story on saying that I'd molested me kids.
From knife feeds to molesting them.
Yeah, it says from knife feeds to
Nothing this
molesting
man
them.
can't do.
That's what it was, from knife feeds to molested. And I was like, what the fuck, girl? Nearly fucking threw me in it.
You little snitch.
Stitches, bitches.
But yeah, no, Adam Sandler, so...
And he's dead sound because he puts all his mates in the movies, doesn't he?
Well, so that's the thing about him. I watched a documentary about him the other day. So he was obviously killing it doing what he was doing anyway, and he was doing this the circuit with, like, Chris Farley. Who's the other? Dave, not David fucking Schwimmer, that's Friends, in it. The one who was in Big Stan.
Yeah.
All them ones, all the grown ups and all that.
What's it? Fucking the Gigolo. What's his name?
Yeah. That Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
Rob Schneider, I love him.
So there was.
He's the blonde fella, isn't he?
No,
that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks like he could be my half fella.
Yeah.
He's so Rob Schneider. Have you seen Grown Ups? He's the one with the fit daughters.
With the hairpiece.
Yeah. And then the blonde ones, the one who always takes the piss out of it.
I like him.
But so what it was, he was obviously killing it. He was doing Saturday Night Live and all that, and then he wanted to make his own movie, so he made Happy Madison, and all them are just as boys.
That's
he
so
gets
sick.
in on all the films.
That's so sick.
They've made their own.
And he's got his own
movies
production, Happy Madison Productions.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. You know, I think.
Sorry, quick. Have you seen? He started backing. I don't know the true facts of it, but there's a real kid in America who's called Happy Gilmore. That's what his mom and dad have called him, and he's now like a golf prodigy.
Fuck off.
And he's going to like this university with like a scholarship of golfing, and apparently Adam Sandler has backed him and like give him funding and all that.
He loves his sport though.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler loves his sport.
But like the way he's doing it though, where like obviously like he was smashing it in his own right anyway, off his own back, and then like he's made a whole production and film company just to get his mates in it.
Yeah.
That to me, that's the definition of like making it.
Yeah.
Do you know when?
He sets
Do you know when?
life there.
Yeah. Do you know when you're smashing it? But then like when you look around at who you're working with, it's just all the boys anyway, and they're all smashing it.
That's what you'd want. That's that's the end goal, isn't it?
That to me is the that's the fucking that's the imagine just fucking making like films like Grown Ups and or like and it's just you and your mates in it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I love about him as well though? It's like he was only ever doing the comedy roles. And have you seen Uncut Gems on Netflix?
Haven't. It's one I haven't seen.
Watch it.
That's where he's like the fella with the glasses on, isn't it?
He's like a Jew who's. No, that's what he is, isn't he? Like,
not watching it.
No, like he's like a proper Jew, you know, like not the way they're all stereotypical, like they all own a fucking pawn shop and they've got loads of dough and all that.
Scared the shower.
But like he's one of them, like he owns his own pawn shop and like people come in with these big gems saying like, oh, pawn this for me and I'll come back for it next month, and then he'll sell it and then bet with that money. And then hopefully to get that, it's mad, but like it's the ending. The ending is fucking unbelievable.
Wait, watch it tonight.
Yeah. Oh, listen,
I'll say that. I'll watch it. I'll watch it in 4 weeks, and then I'll go, "Hey, Bobby, get on this film."
No, honestly, if you get in tonight, honestly, roll up a little doorbell and watch it. It's unbelievable.
But A, I've got no money for weed, and B, I'm halfway through the new season of Black Mirror.
Oh, what do you reckon?
Well, by halfway through, I've watched the first episode last night, fell aslead halfway through the second episode, so I want to rewatch that second episode.
What did you reckon on the first episode? That Joan was awful. Have you watched it?
No, lad in work keeps telling me to get on it.
Lad,
have you seen any of them?
Have you ever watched any
of them?
Not seen
any of them.
Oh, you should watch them, Gary. They're really good.
The fucking boss,
Gary. They're really good. That first episode.
The one my mate told me to watch one. He said if you enjoy this one,
you like all of them.
Watch them all.
What's the name of it?
I'm gonna find it now. He sent me it the other day.
Hang the DJ. It's a good episode. I like that one.
He sent me
the one with the lad from Peaky Blinders.
Where is it?
John from Peaky Blinders, and it's like they go on like loads of dates.
Season 3, episode 3. Shut up and dance.
Who's in it?
I don't know. He just
shut me there. Let me. The kid. Oh, with the little weird yellow glasses.
I've not watched it.
Oh, that's a good episode.
He said, watch that. He went, if any episode's going to get you hooked, it's that one.
Oh, but they're all good though. They're all so good. Every episode's different.
Good with it, obviously, like
they're not all interlinked, are they?
Yeah, obviously it's easy to just watch season 1, 2, 3, but like you don't have to.
Yeah.
But like
you could start on season 4, episode 1.
The first episode of the new season, it lost me a little bit at first. I was a little bit like, what the fuck's going on? And then obviously, like, but every episode of Black Mirror is like that. You watch it and you're like for the first, sometimes half an hour, you haven't got a clue what's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
And then it starts to make sense. And then you're like, I like the fact Michael Cera was in it.
I like that. Yeah,
and everybody was like, why the fuck would Michael Cera be here? He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was really good, so I'm gonna watch a few more when I get in tonight.
The second episode, the Loch Ness one, was good.
Yeah,
it was. I thought it was decent. What was the third one? The one with Jesse Pinkman in. So the one that's got Jesse in. It's the third episode. You obviously haven't watched it yet, anyway. That's good. It's mad the way they've done the concept of it, the way they've done it. But every episode's got like a little mad hidden meaning. So like the fourth episode is about paparazzis and how they will not stop at anything to get that fucking photograph.
Well, what I liked with the first one, because obviously as well, sometimes the meanings of them can be a bit open to interpretations. I liked with the first one, it was sort of, the way I seen it anyway, it was hinting at all like the AI and the deep fake stuff.
Yeah,
and it was sort of, it was giving you the thing like, look, like, this could be dangerous, this. But then at the same time, though,
look at your terms and conditions.
Yeah. At the same time, though, it's Netflix, so it's like, how do we know you're not doing
that,
what you're warning us about something doing?
What was the last episode? Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Let me have a look.
Yeah, no, it honestly, Gary, especially like I like rewatching them too, but especially if you've never seen it and you're in the midst of looking for something to watch.
Demon 79, it's a good episode. She makes a pact with the devil. It's proper. It's funny. It's funny. The last episode's funny, but it's that good. Maisie Day was the photography one. Beyond, you need to watch them. I can't believe you've never watched them, lad. You'd love them.
Thing is, like, my bird has either rom-coms or like law. That's all she really watches. That's her thing. So like, there's loads of things.
I reckon she'd like them.
Well,
head fucks.
Well, I told her, she's like, no, it's scary. I was like, it's not scary.
It's not.
I think
some of them,
some of them are a bit creepy.
Some of them are a bit like.
But when like, there's so many shows that I've wanted to watch, and she's like, nah. So like, when Lennon was hospitalised for like 7 months, I fucking binge watched everything on my own. Because I lived in the hospital with Lennon, so I watched all the Narcos on my own and everything. She wouldn't watch it, so I might just kick one of my kids downstairs.
Bend on them, defo. But I'd still say to you, start from episode 1 anyway.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was
chronological order.
Episode 1, like the first 2 seasons were like proper OG back in the day, Channel 4. Because that's what they were on.
Was it on Channel 4?
That's when it started on Channel 4. Yeah. So now it's like proper massive, like they're in America. And
well,
like,
the very first episode that they ever started with was a proper bold one as well.
Yeah, it was.
To start a series on that, it's based on something that actually happened as well.
Yeah.
Like within like the government in the UK and that. And to start on that. And be that in your face and that on the nose with, look, this is what we're on about, without even trying to hide it. It was a bit like, what the fuck?
First episode for me, like, looking back on it now, it was still good, but like, nowhere near compared to like the rest of them.
Like, there's better episodes now, but at the time, watching that, the fact that, like, it was like, oh shit, like, that's what they're on about, not even trying to hide it. It was like, oh.
It's like the half predicting stuff, so there's an episode where it's all about your social score, so it's like, you wouldn't, if you walked into a shop, the only people who walked into that shop are people with low credit, like low social score. So you wouldn't go in there, because if you went in there and got seen with all the people with the low social scores,
it's mad how it works out.
And then now it's starting to happen, especially in fucking China, with all that. But listen, the fucking I wish I could wipe my slate clean with Black Mirror to rewatch them, because I'd still watch them now, but it ruins it. Did you ever watch the episode where it's the black fella from the Avengers, the one with the wings?
Yeah.
And him and his mate are playing the game.
That's weird. Anyway, before we keep talking about Black Mirror,
go on.
What was you going to say?
I was going to say, have you ever seen Snowden? About Edward Snowden?
No.
So he's the whistleblower from America who come out saying like the CIA are watching you through your fucking cameras on your computer and everything.
Oh yeah.
And it's a true story. And he's in Russia because they want to try and bring him back and prosecute him because he blew the government up and all that.
Shit.
He's the whistleblower, yeah. It's fucking heavy.
Oh my God, I'll get on that. What's it called?
Snowden, it's called.
One thing I want to do a bit of research into as well is all the stuff with Julian Assange, because he was a journalist, wasn't he? He started speaking very openly about the governments and like what's going on in Hollywood and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden he was jailed, and they were like he was speaking about like I don't know. I think it was during the Trump administration, or it was just before the Trump administration, and I think Donald Trump was trying to get him. What's the word? Is it admonished or something?
I don't know.
Where you get your slate wiped clean, and the US government basically jailed him, and they were like, and he was only a journalist as well, but he was trying to blow the lid off loads of shit, and like it was all stuff that had been getting denied for years as well, and then he started speaking about it, and they were like, jail him.
Isn't it mad the way you can get into shit for that though, for them hiding?
Yeah,
you know,
but then in America, one of their fucking amendments is freedom of speech, but it's like, it's freedom of speech, but not that.
Freedom of speech over here, but when someone was calling fucking the royals and nuns when they were doing the coronation, you got fucking jail.
Yeah, it's weird.
About the Russian fella. So there was a fella from Russia years ago, I don't know his name or anything. Nico Vlasic or something.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
But you know what, you're probably right.
Probably is right. He done the same. He spoke out about against Putin and the governments and all that. And
but that's bound to happen in Russia.
It is, yeah. But he got poisoned And he
Yeah,
survived.
I do remember that.
And he escaped the country, and he was away. He was in, like, say, Finland or something. And he recovered, and he was like, a lot of people were singing his praise for speaking out.
Yeah.
So in his head, he was like, I'm going to go back to the country. I'm going to win the people over. We're going to unite as a unity, and we're going to fucking take over the country. And he went back, and he got thrown in jail. And they just keep lengthening the sentence. They just go, oh, you've done that today, 20 more years. And he's just dying in prison. He decided to go back, and they just fucking locked him up.
Go, you'll never fight.
Well,
if you manage to escape somewhere like Russia, take that as a win.
Get off. Yeah, don't ever go back.
You've won. Leave it. You know what I mean? But before we crack on, we've got to go and record a Patreon exclusive episode. So if you're not on the Patreon and you want to see more of us, jump over to the Patreon and you get to see our faces much, much more for only £4
And that's
a month.
patreon.com/what's happening, pod. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for watching. All of our social links are down below in the description. All of the sponsors you've seen today are also down below in the description. So go and check them out. Show them lots of love and support. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.
Bye.